I never knew how big the United States is. When I found that out, I was amazed. And then the lifestyle. I was lucky that I met my wife, and we had the opportunity to fly anytime we wanted because she was flight attendant, and we have the benefits of flying. And after we got married, I started traveling just for fun to go from Seattle to Miami for a couple of days and come back. Things that I never dreamed. It's not that I never thought, but I never dreamed I would be able to do.
I have a question about the sensory between the difference between the sensory between Greece and here, the drinking age and the nudity that's allowed. Do you think that what do you agree with more, the lifestyle in Greece or how it is here in America?
At the time I was growing up, we did not have the nudity, and as far as the drinking, the age there is less than here. Here is 21. There, like 16 years old, they start drinking. However, they are very moderate. So the parents is kind of bringing the little boys, 16 years old, up to be a man. And they're sharing drinks and things like that. However, they used not to go to the bars and things like that. What was happening at family gatherings and getting together and holidays. I was 17 when August 15th, the big holiday up on the mountains, we were eating and drinking as much beer we wanted. No censor, nobody was saying don't do that. However, somehow they were keeping it to a control environment. Everything was controlled. So now, as far as my opinion is pan metron ariston.
That means?
Everything in moderation.
Okay.
And that's an ancient proverb. So
see, I think I just have one last question. What was the biggest misconception that people in America have about Greece?
Well, they think Greece is, some of them, they think Greece is third world country. Some of them, they think is another small country. And from the political point of view, until 1967, Greece was a very tight alliance with the United States. However, some political leaders changed that, and that changed a little bit. So, however, who studies Greek civilization and visits Greece, they find out otherwise. Greece is a beautiful country. They have 2,000 islands in the Aegean Sea, beautiful climate, good people, very friendly. Actually, in ancient Greece, we used to have a god of hospitality, Xenia. So very friendly people, very good life. Even if they don't have a lot of money, the mass of the people, the 75%, if they don't have a lot of money, they still live good life. However, let's don't forget also that the 20 or 15% of the people, the Greek people, might be the richest in the world. So, Onassis, etc., Nearchos. So you see two different levels there sometimes because of that, and sometimes the middle class disappears. However, in my opinion, the middle class should be receiving help to be there because that's the democracy, which is an idea that born in ancient Greece.
Is there the same classes, like how there's low class or poverty, middle class, and then the wealthy? Is there the same kind of disparity of wealth in Greece, or do you say there's more of gaps in the disparity of wealth here?
Depends of the political climate.
Okay.
Or the government. We had governments that helped the middle class, and those were the best times Greece had.
Okay.
Sometimes we have governments that helped only the upper class, the 15%, therefore the middle class disappears, then you have a lot of poor people. However, again, because democracy born, the idea of democracy born in Greece, no matter how the political situation is, the idea is there, the environment is there, the public, the people have the power.
Okay.
Even more than here. Sometimes, though, they go too far to the left, and then they start failing again until they come back and reflect and they put some new rules and then correct the mistakes. One example, at the time of decline of the idea of democracy, the people have so much power that they can talk back to the policeman, let's say. Or you go, you park, you have 2 lines of streets, and then you have the 2 yellow lines, and you have like 8 feet there. People go and park there. I said, why you park there? You are not allowed. Well, we have democracy. So sometimes they go a little bit to the left and then they correct themselves.
I see.
So, however, remember that Greek civilization is more than 2,700 years, with the time of Homer, and later on the golden age of Pericles, and later on helping the Romans, and so on, and we're still here. Greece is still here because, again, is the location where Greece is located is exactly where east, the Orient, meets west. And pretty much Greece owns the whole Aegean Sea, which is very, very strategic position, geographically speaking. All the major wars developed around Greece, and pretty much the turn of the wars happened around Greece again. So I will not go more into detail on that, but I will leave with you guys something. This one here, and if you make a copy, what world leaders said about Greece and the major world wars.
Oh, awesome.